Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of Slammin Synapses right here on Facebook and YouTube. This segment will also be submitted for possible inclusion to the PW Insider family of websites. That's pwinsider.com, pwinsiderelite.com, and pwinsiderextra, no e.com. As mentioned many times before, the Elite site's a great paid site to go to. Lots of great audio, lots of great video. I guess there's nothing more I could say. But by all means, check it out. Definitely a great site to visit. Definitely a place where I go for wrestling information. Matter of fact, the only place that I go for wrestling information, because it's that much worth it. If you're viewing me through YouTube, you'll see a subscribe button up here. Click on that. Keep up to date on the latest ongoings. If you're drawn to drop me a comment, you'll see the thing up below. I'll mention this later. If you view me through a phone or a tablet, there's ways of doing that as well. And like I said, one of these days I'll have to give you guys a tutorial for that. But without any further ado, we're going to get into the segment. This week's segment, I should say. We're going to tackle 4 random things. There's no real focus of it, but just I'll see where this takes me. First topic, TNA. Kurt Angle, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. 3 names that I can think of off the top of my head. As of late, has been having some sort of either drug problems, law problems, whatever, what have you. Now, if this were WWE, this were go on, people would be like either depushed or go bye-bye. Kurt Angle is your current TNA champion, but right now he's not representing the company in the best light possible. Jeff Hardy was champion, who didn't represent the company in the best way possible. Matt Hardy wasn't a champion, but he also didn't represent the company in the best way possible. Yet, if this were WWE, they wouldn't be getting the pushes that they have been. You wouldn't see a big, okay, here's the return of Jeff Hardy when he has charges against him. Though granted, in WWE, you might have visa problems that might have you bumped off the air for a bit, but for the most part, you don't see that tolerated in WWE as you do in TNA, and that's kind of sad. That you have your champion causing problems, you have a person you did put the belt on causing trouble, you had a guy that was on your screen that tased people, got drunk, did all kinds of stuff. He's gone, but the other 2 are still around. Like, it's not to cast any disparaging feelings towards Jeff Hardy or Kurt Angle, but for people that is representing your company, and for the people that have represented the company before, like Hogan, who does interviews without even mentioning the TNA name, it's just fascinating how that federation is run. Like I said, myself, I will watch Impact if I'm in the mood, but it's definitely not one of my must-watch shows. If they have changed lately, I'm not that aware of it, but if I do hear that's going to be must-see TV again, definitely put on the top of my list. But for the most part lately, it's been on a as in the mood basis, and to be honest, really haven't hit on it that much. So until that happens, who knows? Second order of business. What's been going on in WWE lately? I mean, you had this hot angle with CM Punk against Cena. Very super hot, very well heated. If this was some time ago, you could carry this on for about a year without getting tired of it. But it seems like over the past 2 weeks, we've gone through stories that really don't make sense, because it seems like they're pushing everything through at breakneck speed that it doesn't give you a chance to absorb it. It's fascinating. Granted, the shows have been okay, but for something that we're just coming off of the hottest angle of the year, to just be tepid is just a step down for the most part. I mean, they should be here. They should be riding high off that. They should be in the zone in terms of the story, in terms of the presentation, in terms of everything. But we've gone from here to like right here. Now, as is customary, the person who was formerly the champion has the rematch clause, and at the end of SummerSlam, granted, while Cena got at his foot on the ropes, in the end it was Punk who went away the World Heavyweight Champion, and as such he should have, by all rights, the automatic rematch. Instead, for some reason, it's getting plugged into a program with Kevin Nash of all people. Now, I don't know who said to themselves, hey, here's a good idea. We'll get CM Punk over by putting him into a match with Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash. Okay. This for a few years ago, I'd be like, okay, that's a great idea. If this was NWA at its finest, be like, yeah, Kevin Nash, head of the Wolf, no, head of Black and White. It's like, yeah, this is something I want to see. CM Punk against Kevin Nash. But now we've gone through Kevin Nash TNA, Kevin Nash nothing, and now Kevin Nash WWE, and it's like, why? Why do they feel like Kevin Nash is the person to get CM Punk over to a level that he's already at, if not surpassed it? I mean, CM Punk has gotten himself in a position where he should be the top. There shouldn't have to be anyone that's required to help put him over, especially Kevin Nash. It just blows my mind. Just blows my mind what I've been seeing on Raw the past couple of weeks. It blows my mind what I've been seeing on SmackDown the past couple of weeks. It's like we just want to whiz by everything. Oh, and having a Raw Super Show with a couple of SmackDown talents on it, and the show just not have that feel to it, doesn't make it a super show. Just makes it a show. I mean, you can't just put Randy Orton on it and say, oh yeah, this is going to be gaining his viewers right and left. Because it's not. It's the overall picture. If you treat the whole overall picture like it doesn't matter, then why shouldn't anyone care? I've touched on this many times in previous segments. If you don't give people a reason to watch, why watch it? It's like if you've ever seen The Cosby Show. I think it was the episode where I think Vanessa had brought her husband or fiance back, or boyfriend or whatever. But in any case, the storyline is like, okay, he's this great guy, but no, it was one of his kids. I forget the exact people, but he put it this way. It's like, say for instance, you had steak and potatoes and the best food possible, and it was put to you on a fine platter. You'd eat it, wouldn't you? You'd enjoy every bite. You go outside, you take a trash can lid, you flip it over, you put that steak on it, you put the potatoes on it, you put the fixings on it, you hand it to someone. You think they're going to eat it? No. Why? Because it got served in a trash can lid. If that's how you feel about your presentation, that you're just putting it out there on a trash can lid, people are not going to be receptive to that. Matter of fact, it'll turn people off. And that's what they're doing nowadays. It's like instead of presenting it as this big overall picture, it's just kind of served willy-nilly over to you with the hopes that you'll eat it. But lately it's like, why should we? I like the product as a whole, but the presentation is a little something to be desired for it. So it's just amazing. That's all I gotta say. Third topic. For my birthday, recently, got a wonderful little iPad. iPad 2, great thing. I mentioned my iPhone, and now I'm mentioning this. I think I'm turning it into iJustine on YouTube, but yeah, one of the things I found out about it, and I'm not going to play any segments on here because I ran into trouble playing Eddie Murphy's Party on the Time on my Pro Wrestling This Week segment, but on here you can pull up YouTube and you can view my segments on here too. So, but anyhow, one thing that I've been catching up on are the WWE Superstar show, because they have a thing on here. And while I could do it on my phone, this I could kind of like put up and pop on the stand and view it. But yeah, I've been watching superstars as of late. And I view YouTube anyway, so this makes the picture much bigger. But finding a lot of things on here, and have found a lot of things on here that I thought we either lost or thought I'd never see again. But yeah, it's like, it's nice to know that I have one of these things now that, like I said, I could pull up I could pull up superstars, whatever, put it on my calendar. If I have to clean the kitchen or something, I just put it there or watch it while I'm doing it and enjoy it. So, but yeah, if you want to view my segments, you could definitely do so through here. Matter of fact, let me find me. Hold on. So yeah, with this one you could share stuff. Hit the button accidentally. So, but yeah, lots of great wrestling. This isn't a advertisement for the iPad, but if you have an iPad, if you have like a Samsung Galaxy Tab, if you have the BlackBerry, what else is out there? If you have the Motorola Zoom, there's a lot of great tablets out there that you could utilize as a great little TV set. So if you really want to if you have a problem with viewing your stuff on small screens like that, iPhone 4, America's fastest mobile broadband network, AT&T. Yeah, it's a good little mini TV. I have YouTube on there. I have Netflix. Netflix is becoming a great place to view wrestling things as well, because WWE has put some of their library on it. Can't go wrong there. Thought I heard something. Sorry. But yeah, if you're a wrestling fan or just a fan of any entertainment in general, definitely a great thing to have, and like I said, definitely a great place to view my segments. Now that we got that shameless piece of promo out the way, final bit of information, and pretty much going to be pulling from notes here. I've mentioned this many times in the past. Coming up at Chester, Pennsylvania, at the Harris Casino. It is, and the date for that is October 1st. Will be the second annual Yokozuna Memorial Show. Gone but not forgotten, 10 years in the making. There's a lot of talent that's being signed for the show, and I really wish from the bottom of my heart that I could be there. Unfortunately, I will not be, but it looks to be a promising show with great meaning behind it, great talent, great card overall. People that you are going to see in front of me while I look down here at my notes here, you will see people like Jimmy Snuka, of course. You will see Men on a Mission making their reuniting there at the show. Mo, Oscar, and Mabel. You will see Gene Snitsky, although never mind. You're also going to see Savio Vega there. You will see Two Coat Scorpio. He's definitely an awesome to look at. You'll see former ECW champions the Sandman and the King of Old School, or as they say, the King of Old School. Steve Corino is going to be there. Homicide will also be there. Dan Maff will be there. Tommy Fierro will be in action. Of course, you'll see the Anoa'i family like Alpha Jr., otherwise known as Manu in WWE. You will also see Rikishi. You'll see Samu and Fatu, aka the Head Shrinkers reuniting in action. Like I said, there is so much talent on the show with such a great cause. Like I said, I wish I could be there, but unfortunately won't. But that's going to be held at Harris Casino in Chester, Pennsylvania, as the WXWC4. You'll see the website on here as well. Present to you the Yokozuna Memorial Show 2, Gone But Not Forgotten, 10 years in the making. So check out their website for more information as well for that. And let's see, is there anything else I could go into today? Oh, if you're viewing me through Facebook, I will be doing my America's Got Talent edition. Later on, you'll see 2 of those this week. One of them will be for the semifinals that just took place, and the next one will be tomorrow as they show the 4 people that go on to the finals. So we're going to do one there as well. So my predictions will be on that show, not this one. This is the wrestling edition, of course. So, but feel free to join me if you like. If you are a wrestling fan as well, I do have a group on Facebook. It's called I Love TV. Check it out. If you want to share any wrestling memories on there, you can. Basically, it's about everything. So, I think that's going to wrap up this segment for tonight. Next week, what am I going to do? Don't know yet. We'll come up with something. But if you want to drop me a comment, feel free to do so. You could do so through the box at the bottom or through a phone, or however you want to view me, or do it, I should say. You could also drop me an email at agurrier@yahoo.com. You'll see a graphic up here shortly. And you could also find me at Facebook at Albert Gurrier as well. So, for Slammin' Synapses, this is Albert Gurrier, always auditioning for PWInsider.com. Saying see you next week. So long from ringside, and have a good night. Good night, everybody.